Auto Project. If you like our videos, be sure to hit that like button. Get subscribed to the channel if you want to see more content. And enjoy the video. Wait, that was crappy. So, today, what we're going to be doing in this video, which we're shooting the same day that we are shooting my M Sport wheel video. But today what we're shooting is we're going to do some spark plug change, or a spark plug change basically. So what you really need is new spark plugs. You're going to want some sort of little tube to kind of put the spark plug in to kind of feed it back into the engine. And then one of the things I want to recommend is with these engines, like this is the N20, what you'll need is a thin wall socket here. This is a 14mm socket, and I bought this one off eBay. I'll see if I can link it in the description below. But this actually has a magnet inside it too, so when you go to pull your spark plugs out, it'll actually pull out with your socket, so that way it doesn't fall. So that's pretty nifty. This is actually pretty cheap too. They have some ones on ECS from Schwaben. Those are a little more expensive, but this will do the trick just fine. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. The first thing you're gonna want to do is take your engine cover off. I'm trying to remember if I know how to take mine off. It's been a while. Oh, it's back here. Just go ahead and take that off. Set that in a safe spot. Then take off this rubber. Now these can get pretty old and brittle, so if you don't want it to mess them up, be a little careful with them. Set that right over here. Alright. So now, if you come over this way, Brandon. I don't know where you're going to see it. It's a little dark in here. Is it alright?
Okay so far. That light keeps shutting on and off.
I know, it's... I don't know what to do with it. It's got the switches on there, and I switched it to like 3 different settings, and it still does the same thing. So basically...
We can see though, so...
Basically, here are your coil packs. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, because this is the 4-cylinder. And basically, all you need to do is just lift that up, pushes your connection out for you. You just pull it the rest of the way out, and there you go. And that's how you do that.
Hey, we got more light.
More light. No, we don't. Off, on, off, on.
Filming.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so...
Autofocus. You're blurry as hell.
This camera, like, I mean, it's not a bad camera. It's a pretty good camera, but it's... We might just have to get you trained so we can have you just manually adjust whenever we need to. Yeah, because the autofocus on this thing isn't, like, the best.
Yeah.
It just works. So, okay. So once you've actually released this and pulled out your connection here, you're going to want to pull off your coil pack. Now, it's going to be on there pretty damn good. So what you can do, take a little breaker bar like this, and just pull it out like that. And then you can just pull out the whole ignition coil. It's a lot heavier than I thought it would be.
Yeah? Heavier than mine? Oh, it's a lot bigger than mine.
Yeah. Alright, we'll set that in a...
I should not have said that.
Where am I going to set these things? It's affordable to do.
You're gonna laugh when you go to edit, but you didn't get it now.
What?
I said it's a lot bigger than mine. I was like, I shouldn't have said that.
Okay. You're being facetious. Okay, so now what we want to do is get that old spark plug out of there. So you're going to want a swivel attachment, longer bar. Go ahead, put that all together. Go ahead and grab your magnetic 14mm socket here, thin wall socket. Stick that on. And we're going to go ahead and I'm tightening at the moment, so we want to loosen. Then we can just turn until we can pull her out. Oh, we're still not there yet. This is actually my first time taking out and replacing my own spark plugs. Interestingly enough. Oh! Yeah.
Worse than mine were?
Oh, black. That's pretty normal. But I'd like to point out that if you've watched the video on changing the spark plugs in Brandon's car, you could actually see here where he had blow by. Oh.
There we go. Right in the face?
Mine's I don't see any of that blow by stuff here, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's really blurry. Oh,
Is
well.
it?
Yeah.
Now the new spark plugs I have, I bought from Burger Motorsports. These are two-step Kohler spark plugs, which they say are actually OEM for the N20 engine. So now for these, now Burger Motorsports say that you want to set your gap at 0.020, and I got mine pretty much gapped like that. It might be different. I'll trust their word on it. So now, and really like what Mike said, basically, as long as you're just sitting over top of your thing here, then you should be okay. Oh, something like that. I'm trying to remember all the things Mike said. Okay, so then now it's a little bit at an angle here. Now you don't need any you don't need any like grease or anything like this, because this is all aluminum. Actually, and if I recall, actually BMW does not recommend you using any sort of grease. This tube's a little bent, but you can kind of feel like you get started. Let's go ahead and do that. What do you think, Brandon? Does that look all right?
I can't see.
You can't see in there?
Yeah, it looks okay.
Looks okay. Sure it does. Once you get that installed, you can go ahead and put your coil pack back on. Now it only really goes on one way because it's got this notch here. And there's a notch here. Right here on the engine. So go ahead and stick that back in there. Yeah, you should feel it. Click. Go ahead, put your connection back on. Clip her down. One spark plug done. All right, on to the next one. Now these are going to be. This is going to be the same procedure for the rest of these. So
see you in a minute.
We might just time lapse this really quick. there's a little blow by. Okay, cut here. See if you can see here. There's looks like there's a little bit of blow by on this side here where oil has gotten on the spark plug there. Now these spark plugs have like, I bought the car at
70.
No, 84.
Well, I bought mine at 77,000.
84,000. My car right now is at like 112,000. I want to say. So it's.
Yeah, I bought my BMW at 77,000.
Yeah, I'm not sure when they were changed, but when was the last time they were changed before this? So I just felt like it was a good time. So
that's what we're doing. I'll have to buy 8 for my BMW.
Yeah, that's where it gets expensive. You get those 8 cylinders, and yeah. Okay, so for this last one, it's going to be kind of hard to get back there, but it is possible. You can do it. You're just going to need to find some way to get enough leverage in there to get that up and out of there. Now, it's going to be difficult. Not sure how I'm going to do this exactly.
Just like that.
I just need to use a little bit of leverage. Both hands. Kind of get up in there and get that out. I believe you can. Just kind of swing her out a bit. There we go.
There you go.
You see? That's doable. Okay. Last plug. Plug, Brandon. I have to figure out how to get that all back on. Whoops.
So out of nowhere, while working in the garage, it starts raining ice.
It's always going to start raining ice.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
So once you get your new spark plugs installed and your coil packs put back in all correctly, you can go ahead, grab your foam piece and get that back on. Goes on something like that. It's got little cutouts back there for everything. Kind of fit correctly. Mine's probably not on right. There we go. And make sure you just get it all nice and press down and good to go. Your engine cover. Slide the back in first. Here, click. Press down. Press down so you hear all the clicking. Then you're done. All we have left to do is start the car. See how she runs.
Okay.
How about that? Sounds like she's running on all cylinders.
Yeah.
All right. Alright guys, well that's all I have for you on this. So if you enjoyed the video, please make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to get subscribed, and we'll see you guys on the next one.